So I was thinking about the presidency, and one people are never satisfied. People are never satisfied with one president or the other. So it's to my understanding that the president can choose their vice president, and help me if I'm wrong with this, but I was thinking, why doesn't the person who won obviously become the president during an election, but then the second runner-up, why don't they just become vice president by default? And the reason why I say this is because a large portion of the nation still voted on that second person, the second runner-up. You know, could you just imagine? I know that seems conflicting. Imagine Hillary and Trump had been working together after all that had been said and done. But what better sign of strength and unity in a country when you had two rivals, one clearly won over the other, and yet they could still work together, and yet they both will be representing the majority of the country. Because let's not forget, Hillary had a ton of votes too. Personally, I don't like Hillary, but you know, there's a large portion of the people out there who want us to be represented by Hillary, and their voices and opinions matter too. They count too. Everyone's does. Everyone should have a voice in it, or at least a say so, and that's what voting is for. But I never understood why we don't do it like that. Clearly, if we have a lot of votes, if someone votes, even if you had 20% of the people voting for the runner-up against whoever won the presidency, that's still 20%. 20% of the people, you're talking over what, 60 million people? What's that, 64 million people, something like that? We have 360 million people in this country. So what, 20% of that, that's 12 million plus, that's 72 million people. If there's 360 million people in this country, that's 72 million people. Sorry, my camera's falling there. So I don't understand. Why don't we do it like that? There'd be some conflict, sure. When the hell isn't there conflict? They're going to fight on the floor anyways. They're always fighting on the floor. They're never passing the bills. It takes them years to pass the bills. It takes them years to do anything. So let's get whoever is the leader, whether it be Democrat, Republican, and the secondary, whoever's the runner-up, Democrat, Republican, be the vice president by default. It makes no sense that we'd allow any president, for that matter, pick their vice president. Who gives a fuck? They're not really being voted on. At least I don't remember voting for vice presidents. Maybe I'm wrong, but I could have sworn we've never voted for vice presidents. I might be entirely wrong. I don't know. But I just think it makes more sense because, and again, a lot of these vice presidents going the way I'm saying going, it wouldn't represent my views in a lot of ways sometimes, depending on who won the presidency and who didn't. But there's something to be said about being fair. Equal opportunity. That's what I'm talking about. Not equal outcome. Equal opportunity. Now, you're never going to have a government that's 100% together. They're not. They're at odd ends with each other. That's what Republicans and Democrats typically are. They have chosen sides. They are at odd ends. And now I'm talking about bringing that in the White House. Well, why not? Try something different. Do a Hail Mary. Just try something different. You'll have all the people, the majority of the people represented in the country, the masses. Conversations will be had. Both will have power. I'm not saying the vice president has more power than the president. Clearly, I don't think so. But honestly, who really knows? All I'm really going by is television shows. How much power does the vice president really actually have? I don't even know. I'm literally going based on fake stuff I've seen on movies and TVs for the most part. I don't really know the atmosphere. And the only reason why I give my opinion on it is because I see that there's a large portion of people that do feel still misrepresented. They feel misrepresented. Now, me personally, I'm in the middle, but I do lean a little bit towards being more Republican than anything. But I still see that there are people on either side that don't feel represented, and right now, currently, because our president is Trump, some people on the left feel very unrepresented, and they should feel like their opinion is at least heard out. You know, not saying they're right. It could be entirely wrong, just like my side. You know, my side could be entirely wrong. You know, all sides could be entirely wrong. Who knows? But that's my take on it, man. We gotta stick together and do something. They keep talking about, you know, they just keep talking. Sorry, there's a duck outside pulling on a bush. It's just so much shit talking, man. I'm getting tired of it. But not really. I kind of love it at the same time, you know. It's like I can't, like, I can't put it down. I just keep reading more and more about it. And I'm not even, like, in that political atmosphere. I don't even know that much about this shit. I don't. Oh, well. All right. I'm out.